What's good, YouTube? Sandman back. Just thought I'd make a quick little video for you guys. I finally got it. I finally spent, I didn't spend any real money, but I've been collecting forever. And I finally finished the collection, and we got it. We got the Serum STG, right? The STG 44, the heroic version, or epic version, whatever. And it's like, you can see, like, it's a lot shorter than the regular version. Like, it's like a collapsed version or whatever. So, I'll be honest, I've already tried it out, and I'm going to do a gameplay for you guys just so you can see it. But, to answer the question, if you were just looking for the answer to whether or not the serum was worth getting, bypass it. Just bypass it. I'm not going to call it garbage. It's the same as any other STG. It's just, but it feels different. It feels real small, and it doesn't feel anywhere near as accurate. And I'm sure that's in my head, but... So we'll set it up real quick. What am I doing here? I need infantry. And we'll do it with infantry so you guys can see what it kind of looks like. So, of course, I have the Red Baron, which that was my first kind of... I don't know, kind of acknowledgement to myself that, wait a minute, these epic and heroic weapons really don't mean shit. Because I got the Red Baron a while back, and I was like, why is... Like, I was so happy because it was my first... Like, the Red Baron was one of my first automatic rifles that was, like, epic or whatever. And I was so happy when I got it, and I was like, finally, you know, I'll have that little bit of extra... It doesn't give you any extra edge at all. And the STG is still garbage. I know people are like, oh, the STG is like one of the best assault. No, it's not. No, it's not. It has the exact same jump as the fucking bar does. People don't realize that it feels like it doesn't. But if you actually look at the reticle, the bar, the weapon jumps more, but the reticle itself, the weapon jumps more on the bar, but the reticle itself is exactly the same as the bar and the STG. And that's because I think, once again, Call of Duty screwed up their range and accuracy stuff. Accuracy makes the weapon more stable, and range makes it more accurate. So, I don't know. I don't know what their deal is there. But yeah, it's really not that big a deal. But so we got the serum, this little piece of shit. I know most people would probably go no sights and all that. I always put sights on these fucking things. Yeah, you can aim through the reflex, but you don't get near as clear, and you're gonna miss shots, especially if you're not some kind of pro, which I'm not. You guys know I'm not. So we're gonna go with these right here. I'm gonna go quick draw because I like to run. I'm so used to airborne that just my play style. If I don't have quick draw, I'm dying anyways. We're gonna reduce the recoil, of course, and then we're gonna go rapid fire. So we're not really messing with the weapon that much. This is the other reason I use this. A lot of people will tell you, don't use reflex sight. If you're using, actually, we fucked up. Yeah, we don't need grip. We shouldn't need grip. Because we have this. And see, that puts us up to 8 accuracy and 6 range, which is like, that's within any assault rifle, like the basics. Like the bar, if it's completely fixed up, that's about where it is. So I'm not too worried about that. I don't even think we really need the grip. Yeah, because see, that's going to put us at 10, but we're already at 8 with the sight, which we're going to use anyways, so yeah, we're going to skip that. And we're going to go magazine size, because it's nothing worse than running out of bullets in the middle of a fucking gunfight. And we'll make it gold. And yeah, oh, I was so mad. So, just a little story real quick. My Volk, I've like maxed that thing out. I've got every one of the camos unlocked, except Diamond, and then I find out for Diamond, you have to do the camos for every assault rifle. And it's like, yeah, they're easy to do with the automatic rifles because there's kind of cheating ways to get each thing, like ways you can set yourself up to get headshots every time and shit like that. With like the M1A1, that thing's a fucking 4 to 5 shot kill semi-automatic. It's gonna take forever to get diamond camo with that fucking thing. So I gave up on diamond camo. I don't give a shit about that. And then, you know, I've gone through these sites, and on my Volk, I've got them all opened up, except for this very last one, which is the one I want. I want that one, because I feel like that's exactly what I need. This one feels the best when you have it on the target, because for some reason it seems to almost guide itself into the target. but it's hard to find. Like I find, especially if I'm running quick draw, like when I pull up real fast, I can't identify my reticle. And if you can't identify your reticle while you're looking at the target, you're going to miss, because you're going to look off your target to look for your reticle, and then you've got to line them back up, and by then you're dead. So like you need a reticle that you can spot the minute it comes up. That's the reason I like this, is because the way I cut corners, this thing, I can actually put it level just above boxes, and I know I'm going to hit shoulder height with possible headshots, and it improves my KD. It really does. Like I said, this is the one I want to use, and I think that with that little ring around it, for some reason I feel like that's going to be what I need, that extra little. Problem is, I hope this isn't set up like camo, where you unlock all these, but you have to unlock all these on every assault rifle before it'll unlock that one, because that's going to piss me off. And I tried that one, but something about that one, it feels like it covers the entire target, and it's really hard to get shots above the hip. I don't know, it's weird. I don't like that, because that just flat out covers the target. That's actually one of my favorite ones. That's a really good reticle. The first one, if you're having issues, you're moving through the reticles, and you're like, none of these are working, go back and use the very first one. I guarantee you used the first one when you first started, and you liked it. And the reason for that is because you kept doing it until you moved through these. So yeah, go back and use the first one, or try this one. Slant is awesome. Something about it, like you get them within that slant, within that line, and then you just line that dot up, and it makes it so much easier because it's just like a little flick of the right stick and you're on them. So yeah, so that's a completely useless explanation of why I'm running what I'm running. I know this isn't the usual setup. Most people would probably be running they probably wouldn't be running a sight. They'd be running high caliber and full metal jacket with rapid fire and extended mag. That's what I think most people run, or advanced rifling. I don't give a shit about that. We're just going to run it like this. Advanced rifling is actually probably a good idea on here, but we're just doing this for test purposes. So why did it put it way down here? I got to raise this thing up, and I'll just reset these later. I'm redoing this. Oh my god, by the way guys, the update or whatever, assault rifles are dead. And I think that's part of the reason I'm making this video. Like I said, the STG's garbage, is because my first couple matches, one of the orders was get like 10 or 15 assault rifle kills. And so like my first couple matches, I was using nothing but assault rifles. And I was just dying constantly. I was going like 5 and 15. It was horrible. I couldn't figure out what was going on, and I kept running into these guys over and over again. SMGs from distance beating out my assault rifle. I'm like, what the fuck? Like hitting me faster than I can hit them and taking me down. And so I switched to my SMG, and my very first match on my SMG on Valkyrie of all places, I went, let's see, the first one, I came in late to the match and I went 12 and 2. Like, the fucking SMGs are off the hook right now, especially the Liberator. I haven't tried the other ones, but right now, the Liberator is fucking beast. Like, I was just hauling ass right through guys. And I couldn't figure out how they were doing it to me before, and then as soon as I started using the Liberator, because I was running into Liberators and Type 5s, or Type 100s, sorry. And I was like, why are people using Type 100s? Like, that doesn't make any sense. Like, I get using the Liberator, but the Type 100, most people don't use silencers. And if you're going to use a silencer, the Type 100's out, because you lose all the benefits. So it's like, why are you using the Type 100? Because at distance, you might as well just use an assault rifle. And I see why they're doing it now. It's because the Type 100 has distance on it, and SMGs are beating the shit out of assault rifles right now. So there you go. That's why. Alright, so we're all set up. We're just running basic with Prime, Infantry, which is fully decked out, so we don't have to worry about any of that. I got all that. It's actually Max Prestige, which you guys will notice also we've Max Prestige Airborne. I know I gotta finish leveling it out, but it's maxed. I can't Prestige it anymore. Well, yeah, you can see at the very top, Infantry 4, Airborne 4. Armored still at 2. Mountain, I prestiged once. Armored, I've prestiged 3 times, so I got one more time to go on it. And then Resistance, I've never even... I hate Resistance, man. This is stupid as fucking... It tells everybody where you're at. Like, every time I run it, I end up turning off that scrambler thing. And I don't use pistols, because I think that's a fucking cheat. Those things are insanely overpowered. It's like... I don't know. To me, using pistols falls right in the category with... people who use sniper rifles on like the what's that, the map with the trenches, the trench map, the shotgun map. I get why people use shotguns on that map. That makes sense. But these assholes who run around and like wait till they run into you and you light them up with your SMG, but they quick scope you real quick. Like you have no skill. Like you have no fucking skill. You're a piece of shit and I hope you die. That's how I feel about that shit. But whoops. I did not mean to do that. Alright. So anyways, that's where we're at. That's what we're running. And so let's go give the STG a shot. Let's see what happens. Just do a regular TDM. Ooh, I need to put us in a party. Hold on. Sorry about that, guys. I had to put us in a party. Otherwise, I have people coming on the mic telling me to shut the fuck up. Why are you talking about the weapon? Shut up, dude. Alright. I mean, I like it. It's little, it's compact. It kind of feels like an SMG, but of course it has assault rifle power. But I don't know, man. The STG just feels so fucking in between that too many people are using the meta. And it's such an average weapon that it's like, eh. Which I guess that means it's good. That's where it should be. So if you just stuck with it and didn't use anything else, you might be, you might be able to get really good with this. But as you can see, it's real short in the front end, and it does move kind of fast. Like, I don't know. I can't really tell. Because honestly, like this reticle movement, you're supposed to move faster on the reticle with infantry than you do otherwise. Airborne moves exactly the same speed. So I don't know what the fuck, like, I don't think any of this shit is working. But yeah, so let's go out here. I'm not really focused. I'm been playing with an SMG for the last few rounds, so I'm probably gonna die real quick.
We have fire superiority.
Not do real great. We got a quick kill before his shotgunner lives the fuck up because he's got no aim and no skill, and he wants everybody anyway. Oh, that was too low. And I gave away my position for no fucking reason. Damn, is that all we're gonna have again? Is fucking campers and shotgunners? Because I'll fucking exit this shit and go find another match. I'm not dealing with campers and shotgunners. I've just gotten to that point. I don't even bitch about it anymore when I find him. Or when I find those people. I literally just, oh my god. See, that's it. Just the target recognition on this thing. Like, some of the weapons, they literally, as soon as you aim at the target, they, like, jump onto it. This thing, like, it feels like it, you see how it pulls a little bit left? Like, I feel like it's pulling left here. What's this dude doing? Okay, they got it. Where's he at?
Enemy recon
Another
aircraft.
camper. See, like, what the fuck, man? I got him dead to rights. He comes around with that shit. Watch the replay. Yeah, see, that's the replay. That's that fucking lag. To me, it looked like I came right up on him and yanked up. But to him, it looks like I just run right out at him. And yeah, that's that fucking... Okay, really? I was hitting that dude. Like, I came across... I know I didn't hit him with the first couple bullets, but I came across him and then I didn't get any actual tags on him. That's how shitty this is. Oh my god. Like... Oh... Who'd have thunk it? A fucking shotgun, because that's how good we are. We gotta use shotguns and shit, because otherwise, we ain't gonna be able to hit nothing. That's how these people, like, they literally think that they have skill. I know they do. Where you at, camper? There's always a fucking camper. Someone who doesn't actually want to play. There he is. Ah, stupid bitch. I don't even care if I die over here. I just love killing that fucking camper. Yeah, okay. Whatever. I got your pussy ass camper. So shut the fuck up. I ruined his day.
Incoming enemy artillery.
Dude, my shit is late as fuck. I swear it's late as fuck. Doesn't feel right. Like, I mean, I know I'm screaming and I'm in a party, which maybe that's the reason I'm lagging, but something doesn't fucking feel right at all. It feels really bogged down. Like, I just feel like I'm behind the game. I mean, I was really smart, but still. I should have had that kill. Are we getting 3 and fucking 7? I tell you what I do, man. I know I'm talking through this, but I'm going to talk through the next one, too. I'm going to show you guys. Like, I'm going fucking horrible with this, because it's like the target acquisition is just not there. And it literally takes just as long to take an enemy down with this thing. Fucking shotgun. Fucking shotgun, or I probably had you and your boy dead to rights, bitch. Neither one of you can fucking shoot. This thing takes just as long to take an enemy down as the shotgun does. So it's like, you're not really gaining anything. Are they camping? I don't think they are. That's a first. There's almost always a dude back here camping. Yeah. That should not be allowed. Like, as soon as I start hitting him, you see how smooth his shot still was? Like, he had no problem aiming that back up. As soon as I started hitting him, it should have thrown his fucking reticle all over the place. That is what they should do to snipers. That is how you stop this quick scopes bullshit. Look, if I come around a corner, or a sniper comes around a corner and he pulls up his rifle and gets me before I can even get a shot on him, hey, okay, fine. But this fucking, I pull up on him and I start shooting him and he just quickscopes me real quick. That's garbage. That's fucking garbage, and it's got to go. And slowing down the quickscope a little bit is not going to help if he can still kill me in one fucking shot. Oh, bitch. Motherfucker. I'm going to get shot in the back. I know I am. Where they at? Where they at? Where they at? Yeah, I got your buddy. That's something I had to practice. Like, I know it looks like I just, like, let one go and, like, got lucky on hitting the second one, but I actually kept aiming. If you actually look at that, I kept aiming at the second one. I used to fuck up. I used to be aiming at someone, and if somebody ran in front of them, I'd take the reticle off and I'd start, well, now you're cutting your damage in half because you got to kill 2 people, and it's not gonna work. And so what you do is just remember, I mean, it's not hard, you just always remember, like, pick a target, and if you're on a target, stay on that fucking target. Like, don't try and do a bunch of weird shit. This guy got a fucking bazooka? He's got a goddamn bazooka. Where you at? Where you at? He's underneath me. He's under fucking neath me. Oh my god, I couldn't see the fucking reticle. Or not reticle, I couldn't see the name thing. I couldn't tell what it was. Fucking shotguns, man. Like, setting up mines. I got shotgun. Oh, that's just so aggravating. They should just have a, and campers. You know how, like, in old Call of Duty, how do we do? Fucking horrible. Something in 12. I mean, we still came in third on our 10 and 12. 10 that's what this weapon is. It's average. Like, I was talking the whole time. If I had really paid attention, I might have gone 12 and 10. But that's what this weapon does. It's just fucking average. It's a piece of shit. Because there's too many metas, and there's too many. You notice that 90% of the guys who killed me were either shotgunners or sniper rifles. It's the same fucking thing every single time. Because people have realized that if you don't have, that there's a very big learning curve in this game. And it's not based on only your aim. I mean, of course it's based on your aim. That's my biggest downfall, is my aim's not very good. But what made me a much better player is I realized if you actually focus around corners, take your time, shit like that, understand the maps and stuff, it makes you 1,000 times better without needing better aim. But I think a lot of people have realized that if you don't have that aim and you don't want to take the time to actually learn the game, the only thing you can do is sniper rifle or shotgun. And so that's why you get these pieces of shits. And yes, I call them straight up pieces of shit. Because that's what they are. They're putting their little bit of fun ahead of everybody else's game. So here's how much better this shit is. I'm going to show you. So all I'm going to run is, wow, 1 match. I've only used that for 1 match and it already unlocked all that shit. That's fucking awesome. And we'll go with, you know what, we won't even, so it won't give us anything too extra. We'll go with requisitions. So airborne with this shit with requisitions, right? Just because I want to drop a bomb. I feel like dropping a bomb on some motherfuckers. But I need to, I do need to, yeah. Recon, guided bomb, I don't want artillery. We don't need that shit. What I do need, because this is how this needs to be set up. Where's counter recon? There we go. Alright, counter recon there. Because see, what you do is you don't pop your recon until you have your counter recon. And that way you can stop them from putting anything in the sky. I mean, stop them from launching any UAVs for a while your UAV's up. You annihilate them. By then you have your artillery. Actually, that's the wrong one. You don't want artillery. You want the one that takes down all their communications. Or all their sky stuff. You'll see. Hold on. Where is it? Is it one of these last ones? Yeah, it's flat guns. That's what you want is flat guns. Because they kill off any aircraft whatsoever, any special streaks. Like, it pretty much shuts the opponent down. But I don't have it, so... Do we want artillery? Yeah, we'll keep artillery barrage. I like the guide bomb and all that, but unless you are in like a really good place when you pop it and you just don't get hit, you're gonna die, and you'll be lucky to get one kill because people know exactly when that's coming in and they run for cover. So it's kind of a waste unless you're just one of those people who's really good with it. So we'll just stick with artillery, but these are the two we want because we'll pop both these at the same time and you'll see it's fucking awesome when it works. If I get into a bad game and I just get my ass kicked, then well. We won't get to, but we're using requisitions, so we should be able to. And yeah, so we all saw that last game, very average, 10 and 12 bullshit game. And I'm already warmed up. I've already been playing a little bit. So, and y'all can see that KD steadily going up. If you go back and look at my original streams, I was like a 0.8 something. And it got it up to a 0.89, and I sat there for a really long time. And I'm telling you, I stopped worrying about my aim. Stopped using the metas, started going just straight SMGs, and that thing is just, it's not hopping up, but it's headed up. I think overall, like if I did another 10,000 kills, you know, on both kills and deaths or whatever, I think I'd probably be right around a 1 KD, most likely. Which, I know it ain't great, but it's good for somebody who started out at like a 0.7, you know. But yeah, so another team in deathmatch. We just got done showing the STG Serum, which, like I said, it's just not... I don't know. I don't get why you put different weapon variants out, and there's no difference in them. Like, the only difference is a little bit, like, in the reticles. Like, how the sights look. That's it. I don't get that. Like, why not just fucking put that shit in a goddamn camo? And add in more weapons, because aren't each one of those taking up the place of it's making us think that there's more weapons in this game than there are, and there's not. It's you know, the Serum is the exact same weapon, does the exact same thing, fires the exact same way as the STG-44. There's no difference except for how it looks. That's it. Oh, and this is like the worst map for this shit too. All right, well, we're gonna find.
Remember your training. Make us proud.
Let me guess. Sniper. M1. What the fuck, man? That was like one shot. I'm lagging. I'm fucking lagging. But it was nice that I ran right into that shit and he got to kill me right away.
We're dominating them. Keep pushing.
Is he camping or is he coming up? Let me guess. Fucking sniper. Of course it is. Of course it is. Quick scope too. Yeah. Guess what, guys? We're not even going to play that shit. No. Hell no. Because he's not even like running around with it where you got a chance. He's literally stationary. He's sitting in one point and quick scoping. And that's like the ultimate cheat. Is sitting in a corner with a quick scope. Come the fuck on, man. Come the fuck on. You're a piece of shit and you got no skill. And I'm not about to play against somebody like that and let them just like ruin my day with that bullshit no skill collab. You better not put me in that same fucking lobby. Okay. This is not a good one for SMGs either, but we're gonna... as long as I don't run into fucking quickscope little faggots like that, alright. Like I said, I'm not gonna fucking sit there and gripe at the dude or anything like that. Like I've heard some people, they get on there and they're like, motherfucker, are you serious? Like this is your skill level? You know, they'll like actually start griping at him. Oh my god, this guy. Ah, he's cutting back. As y'all can see already, like you literally just cut right through people with SMGs. It's fucking sick. Oh, I wanted that SMG. Get my double. Where'd he go? Where'd he go? Where'd he go? He's on the ground. I think they can hear me. You did kill him, man. Okay. Oh, I'm getting nailed. Oh, that was a big jump. Did he hit me in midair? Oh, I didn't even show the replay. It's like, nah, that was fucked up. Someone right there. That Superman, that shit. Somebody shooting at me? Somebody shooting at me? Yeah, it's already feels better. Oh, they're coming for me. Yeah, I knew it. Punk ass camper. Look, I got in the corner and got me a double kill. I got so much skill. I'm gonna write my mama about it. That's what I'm gonna do. Oh my god. At least he's not quick scoping, right? He's actually fucking aiming and like using some skill. I mean, he's using that cross shot bullshit, which is you just run the reticle across the enemy. A lot of people don't even know this. You can just... Oh my god, this guy's fucking sitting there camping. Oh my... I was about to quit. I'm about to leave. I seriously, like, I don't even play these matches now. I've played so many matches and I've had to deal with this for so much that I've gotten to a point in my head where I'm like... I guess some people would think maybe the bigger man would just deal with it and just play through it or whatever, but I just leave. I just leave. When I get in matches like that, I just leave. And if I have to go through 6 or 7 matches before I get a good one... To me, that is more worth it than dealing with people like that. Snipers and shotgunners, it's just like, I don't know, it's bad enough when you run into somebody with like an M1A and they're doing that shit where they just run around and run right into you. But when you run into people doing it with sniper rifles and shotguns and shit, it's like, I don't know. If the map doesn't call for it, what the fuck are you doing? Oh, I'm playing differently because I'm smart. Oh, whatever. I don't know. This shit put me in a bad mood, y'all. I'm kind of over it now. But yeah, there's your fucking stupid ass serum that I worked so fucking goddamn hard to get. And yeah, I'm cursing like a sailor because I'm actually pretty pissed about it. It just turned out to be garbage. It turned out to be garbage. Like every other weapon, it's the exact same. It's a variant. It's not, there's nothing special about it. Which, like I said, I mean, you know, they've got this game set up where they can advertise where they have, like, you know, hundreds of guns. No, you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. You have 9, 8, 17, and 5, which is 22. 26. There's exactly 30 weapons in this game. 30 primaries. That's it. For all these different categories. And when you can actually break it down farther because look at this, 1941, right? This is actually the only difference. The only difference. This weapon right here is actually the exact same weapon as that right there. All these people that are trying to bust out these 50 missions to get the Volk, I don't think they realize that this is the exact same thing as that. And actually that is a little bit more stable. It's the exact same thing. Look at the numbers. The only difference is that has 5 more rounds in a magazine, and this one's more stable. You gonna trade 5 rounds for stability? I only used the Volk because I fell for it in the first place back before I realized there was no difference. And I've leveled it out. and I don't like the sights on that. But really, there's no difference, people. No difference. Same thing here. The no. Which one was it? It was this one, yeah. 6784, right? It's pretty much the same weapon. 4 or 5 rate of fire, you're not going to get off any more rounds with the Gwir than you will the M1A1. They're the same fucking weapon. So really, it's not 2 different weapons. It's just a bunch of the same weapon over and fucking over again. Like your sniper rifles are either 2 or 1 shot. Every single one of them is either a 2 or a 1 shot. That's it. There's no difference. They don't feel different. They don't hop different. One doesn't have more recoil. They all have the same. I'm telling you, they're all the same. I don't know. This game's... You know what? I'm sorry. This wasn't supposed to be a rant video. Just supposed to be about the Serum. And yeah, I'll leave it at that. There you go. There's the fucking Serum. It's garbage. Don't waste your time. Don't waste your credits. Just let it fall to you eventually. The only weapon in this game that I have seen that the variant is actually worth going for, and you can't actually earn it, you have to just get lucky as all fuck, is this right here. Duck Soup. That's the only one, and that's because there's something about Duck Soup. If you put an extended magazine on it with a grip that controls your recoil, Duck Soup it's a laser. It's a fucking laser. This is why every time you run into somebody with Duck Soup, they melt you. This is why. It is a goddamn laser. I don't know what the deal is with it, but it's a fucking laser. So it doesn't jump anywhere near like the way the PPSH does. Duck Soup is just amazing. So that's the only one I would recommend trying to go for. But you can't get it. It's not one of these. It's not a, oh look, we got a supply drop. Duck Soup, Duck Soup. Nope. But we did get something. The duplicate. Of course it's a fucking duplicate. It's always a goddamn duplicate. Because the only weapons I want, I can't buy. So the more credits you give me, the more you want me. Oh, fuck you. So over this bullshit. Like the way they set this up. Even like this shit. Like, why is that 1,200? It's like, what, 10 or 20 bucks for 1,100. You have to buy either 1,100 or like 200 at a time. Why is that 1,200? I'll tell you why. It's so you'll buy the 1,100 and then spend another $5. I mean, this game is just full of like trickery and fucking not goodness. Just flat out not goodness. But yeah, I don't think you can get Duck Soup from in here. It's a different one. It's not the Wonder Waffle. That's the MP40, which I could give a fuck about that. The MP40 feels like garbage now that I've gotten used to SMGs and I don't need like that crazy recoil gain. See the Waffle, SMG, the PPSH. Yeah, see, this is the PPSH. It gives you Thrive, which I've played with Thrive. I pick it. It's the coolest looking weapon in the game. It fires exactly like the PPSH. There's no difference. It doesn't feel any different. So I don't even care about that. So the only one I want is Duck Soup, and the only way to get it is through supply drops. So luck is the only way I'm going to get the only other weapon in this game that I could give a fuck about. And I'm done. I'm not willing to put it in. Like, it doesn't make any sense to me. Like, I don't want to use armored or I mean, I played with infantry for a while just because it was the base. The only thing I really care to use is airborne, and I've already maxed it out. Like, yeah, I can finish leveling out 4, but I don't gain anything by finishing that out. I'll never gain anything else from leveling airborne. So it's maxed. And then now I'm just prestiging weapons. Like, there's no point in that. You don't gain anything from prestiging weapons, and the only person who can see your shit on your prestiged weapon is you. Or the after kill cam, if you're lucky enough to be that one person. That's the only... you realize, like, have you never noticed that if you pick somebody's weapons up, it never has anything on it? Like, it'll have a camo on it, but that's it. It'll never have, like, their name or anything on it. That's because it only shows it to you. I don't think people get that. So there's no point in that. It's a total waste of time. So prestiging weapons is garbage. It doesn't make any sense. Like, you would think, like, you would gain something for prestiging a weapon. Like, you would gain... That's what they should have done. They should have made it where every time you prestige a weapon, you get one of the variants of that weapon. And that the variants are actually better. That they shoot, you know, a little bit faster. Or, you know, they wouldn't even have to actually change it. If they had only changed the numbers... Like, would we even... I mean, yeah, you're real smart guys would figure it out. But imagine if they had just come in here and, right, you get the MP40 and it's 6658. But if you get the Do-Re-Mi, it's 6668. You know what I'm saying? Like just give it that one little... They wouldn't even have to change it because the average person wouldn't fucking have a clue. They would see the higher numbers and go, yay, I got a better weapon. And that would be that. And they would actually play a little bit better than they did with the prior weapon in most cases, because psychologically they would be motivated and they would feel positive about what they were about to do. Like, I don't know, Call of Duty, you really fucked up on this shit. Just the way they did this. Like this is the exact same weapon. Look, 6658, right? 6658. And I know there's little tiny variants in what they actually do compared to what the numbers say, but even that, the only people we have telling us that is not Activision. Activision is saying, no, if it's an SMG with 4 range, 6 accuracy, and 5 damage, then another SMG will do the exact same thing with the exact same numbers. And it's other players who are coming out, and I'm not saying they're wrong, I'm sure they're real smart guys, but it's not Activision. It's other players who are saying, no, those numbers aren't right, that this is what it actually does, and this is how you need to set up your weapon. And of course, they're all YouTubers. There's been no, like, actual news article or publication or anything like that where somebody's like, hey, these are off. None. The only people saying that are YouTubers who are making videos. So you can use your own opinion on that shit. Personally, I don't think there's any difference. I think if it says 6568, it shoots 6568. If it says 6658, okay. And I think that goes into what I explained in the very beginning of this video, that range is your accuracy, accuracy is your stability. Because when you look at these weapons and you actually look at the way they fire, it makes sense. It fucking makes sense. So, I don't know. But whatever, yeah. So you guys got to see the STG. Not that any of you even give a fuck if you're this far in the video. It's a piece of crap. It doesn't matter. It's garbage. It's a waste of time. Save your money. Save your money. Maybe for the Serum too. I like how I have the Serum, right? So it's kind of ugly looking. And you see the Serum 2 is real pretty and clean. But if you go here, if you go to what I've actually got equipped, it's the Serum 2. It's the real clean version. I mean, there's this whole game. Like, everywhere you look, something's fucked up. Everywhere you look, something's fucked up. And now you've got 2 of the head guys from I forget what it's called, fuck. The lead software company that they did Black Ops 3, they did World War II, and a couple other Call of Duty games. They're like the first ones who put care packages in Call of Duty games and all that kind of shit. There's 2 guys. There's news reports about them quitting or whatever. But they both quit. Like right in the middle of this fucking game. Record sale launch. Most declining numbers in Call of Duty history, and their top 2 guys have already quit. This game has no future. It has no future. And Activision keeps coming out and saying, no, we've got this new guy on it, and he's going to create all this new content. No, they're not. No, they're not. You lied to us about the first content, man. Giving us the exact same weapons over and over again. Oh, but it's not. That's an STG-44, and this is a Red Baron. You know what the difference is? You get a little bit of extra XP. That's the fucking difference. Other than that, if you don't care about that, then it doesn't fucking matter. It doesn't fucking matter. So yeah, you guys, y'all lied to us about a bunch of shit. You're lying currently. This is lying currently, right here. Having these exactly the same as that. That's lying. because it's telling me if I work hard, I can get a better weapon, and it's lying. It's not true. So yeah, that's this. The STG Serum video turned into the end of Call of Duty video. So I still play every now and then. I get an urge just because I want to play Call of Duty and Black Ops. I don't know what's going on with Black Ops. When I first started playing it, it felt kind of good, and like I was kind of getting into it, and I'm up around like level 28, 29, maybe 30. And so I put in a little bit of time. I'm about halfway, to the first prestige. And it just feels shittier every time I play it now. And it's not the game, it's the people. Like, I'm actually getting better, where my shot's getting better. I'm getting better at realizing where the enemies are going to be and all that kind of shit. Like, you have to get through that learning curve. But I'm getting to the point now where I'm starting to notice the way certain people play, like I do in this game, where it's like, okay, shotgunners and snipers, let's get out of this match. I know right away. Like, I'm starting to notice that over there. I think before I didn't really notice because I didn't care about dying because I knew I was going to, and now that I'm trying to stay alive, I'm realizing, okay, I'm running into a lot of shotgunners who are just face tanking because there's nothing you can do. People have really figured out how to play that game using range. Like, the assault rifle people are really good at staying away from you, and the SMG guys, it's like they're on top of you before you even realize they're there. And they're all using like the vibe, whatever, the SMG. There's one that fires incredibly fast. And then I keep running into guys, it's just, I could bitch for an hour. It just doesn't feel good. It doesn't feel good at all. And it really makes me worried about Black Ops 4. But, yeah, so that's it, guys. Serum's junk. Don't waste your money. And if you're playing right now, stick with Airborne. Or, well, you can use whatever you want, but go with SMGs. As you saw, the few run-ins I had that were fair, that wouldn't somebody sniper rifling me or shotgunning me, I won. Like, it's really easy to get kills with SMGs right now. Yeah, that's gonna do it. I'm done. Like, that's about all. I can literally play this game. I played for about 30 minutes before I started the stream, and that's about all I can handle of it. Like, it's just garbage at this point. It feels so repetitive, and I posted to my clan earlier. I had a game last night where I went 28-6. And my very next game, I didn't even leave the matchmaking. I stayed in that group. My very next game, I went 5-23. Exact same setup, exact same weapon, just facing different players. Because a lot of people quit out right after that game. Of course, if somebody goes 28-6, you're like, oh, fuck. They think that I'm one of those people. And I'm not. It was just a really lucky game. I got it was the best game I've ever had. But all these people quit, and the next thing I know, I'm playing people, and they just wiped the floor with me. Like, totally. Like, it wasn't even an average game. It was just horrible. And it's like, it's just, yeah. So, I just keep bitching. Like, every 5 minutes, I find myself in the middle of more bitching, and I don't want to be like that. So, I'm just going to get off. I'm done with it. I hope you guys have fun with it, because I'm not. And I've talked to Activision. I've actually been going back and forth with them. They've admitted, I have it in a text directly, a message on Twitter directly from Activision, where they admitted flat out that the game was real, that it was broke or whatever. Actually, I could quote it to you. That's the last thing I'll do on this video, is I'll give you guys, this isn't me making this up. I can get sued for saying this if it's not true. See if I can get to my messages. All right, Twitter messages, Activision support, right? So, I had written a tweet, just a tweet on Activision's page saying, hey, how come I'm losing supply drops every time? If you hadn't noticed, if you're in a match and you earn a supply drop and you leave that match before the next one stops, you have a very good chance that you'll lose your supply drop. When you go to look for it, when you get out of that match, you'll find it's just not there. And so, like, I hit him up about it, and I was like, I think this keeps happening to me. I've noticed it a few times. I think it's probably happening a lot more than I'm even noticing. And so I also asked him about the lag. I said, why am I seeing things happening in front of me, and then when I see the kill cam, the after kill cam, it's completely different. It's like I ran out and stood there in front of them, and they just shot me. And so this was their reply. they asked me, their first thing they replied was they asked me for my user and my what console I was on. So I said, sure. I'm actually reading the message between me and Activision. I said, sure, but for what? And I put RL Sandman 1 on PS4. And so, I don't want to skip anything. I actually just want to read it straight up. So the next message I actually wrote was, oh, and every time I earn a supply drop, I leave matchmaking to open it, it disappears. Just lost my level 55 one 2 minutes ago, and it said that I hit 55 and earned 1 token and a supply crate, question mark, question mark, question mark. Who knows how many I've lost without noticing? And then their reply was, and I quote, hey there, sorry for the delay. Studio is aware of this issue and are working a fix. Stay tuned for updates. And then it's got a little up arrow and it says JP. So whoever JP is. And it's from Activision. This is from Activision's actual site. And then I said, okay, what about lost supply crates? Are you guys tracking those so we can get them back? Because this is something we paid for. Like, we paid for this game to do this. It's supposed to give us this reward for playing, and we're not getting our rewards. And so his reply to this, and I quote, unfortunately, I don't have information on that. Sincerest apologies. That's it. And so I replied with, so yes, y'all know there's a problem. You know I'm flat out not getting the product I paid for. And your response is, we are aware. Yep, gonna be doing a YouTube review of this and posting screenshots of this conversation, which I need to do for you guys. You guys are incredible in just how much greed has taken over your games. Your games are completely broke in all the most important ways and has been since launch with screwed up XP. As remember, you were getting like triple XP. Some people were getting triple XP at the beginning of the game. Now you admitted it, and your plan of action to the people buying your product is, end quotes, we know. Okay, we'll let the subs describe. So there you go. And that was the end of it. They have not replied, of course. They're not going to. That's Activision right there in the tweet. I have the tweet. I will share it or whatever. I don't know how to do all that. If somebody tells me how to do all that, I will share it if I need to prove it. Activision flat out saying that they know the game is fucked up. He flat out admitted it. We are aware, and people at the studio are working on it. I wasn't making that shit up. I'm quoting what he wrote me. And then when I'm like, okay, so you know there's a problem, you know we're not getting what we're supposed to, are you going to give us what we're supposed to get? His answer was, I don't know. I mean, to me, that's a nice way of saying fuck off. That's what that is. And then just not replying to anything else. Like, it's very, very shady. And we need, I'm going to retitle this video, but so people notice this, because I think the end of this video is probably the most important part. Yeah, the STG-44, it's garbage. Okay, if you want an average weapon, go ahead. But I think this is really what this video has kind of turned into, is because I had completely forgot about that, and I wanted to let you guys know about that. That's me directly communicating with Activision. Not with the Call of Duty guys, with Activision, the head company, the parent company. And they're saying, yes, we know about the problem, we don't give a fuck. So yeah, you can make up your own mind what that means. Please post a comment in the comment section. Of course, like and subscribe, but post a comment in the comment section. Let me know what you guys think. Is there anything we can do about this? I mean, we have it in writing. I literally have it from Twitter, from Activision on Twitter, a message, not a tweet, an actual personal message. Them saying that they are aware and that they don't give a shit. That they have no information on if we're going to get anything back. Which means they're not. They're not going to give us anything back. So, but you guys can make up your own mind. And that's where I'm going to leave it, because I'm heated now. Like, playing the game pissed me off, and then talking about the game pissed me off, and then remembering what Activision themselves is saying pissed me off. And, if you just want a game that's going to piss you off. It's Sandman. I'm the fuck out.